let's piggyback on that. Let's talk about it. You mentioned PhDs and how now there's a lot of people that poo-poo on annuities and say, oh, they're terrible. You should never own one. They take out ads and papers and spend millions of dollars in commercials on TV, which it's kind of funny why they do that. But yet PhD educated people all across the country say, no, we all agree it's time to own annuities as part of your portfolio. So, back in 2022, I was the only financial group in our area, in the Springfield, Missouri area, to host the Baby Boomer Dilemma on 4 different occasions. Now, this is a movie documentary. I know, Tom, you're in it. You're in this film about 6 or 7 times. And it blew people away to watch the facts that were shared by leading economists and people with their PhDs. So talk a little bit about the Baby Boomer Dilemma. What is this dilemma that baby boomers face in our country today?
Yeah, I mean, they're retiring into uncertain times. We have an uncertain economy. We have an uncertain stock market. We have debt that's climbing unsustainably. Bad things are going to happen. We got a war going on in Ukraine. We got China, saber rattling with Taiwan. Yeah, it's a scary time. And then through this, the movie shows a family who, had, just like most people, had money in a 401k and then they took a lump sum and then they had to invest it and then the market went down and now they say, well, now we probably can't retire. And it just walks them through. But there are loaded with PhDs, and to include 2 Nobel Prize recipients, Dr. William Sharp, Dr. Robert C. Merton, are both in this film. And so you're getting it straight. And this is not any type of sales presentation or anything. This is a full motion picture rated documentary. And the Motion Picture Association will not document anything that's not true or that's some type of sales. It's not. It's just showing the optimal way to retire. And that's what it discusses in that movie. I think it's a fun movie. It's about an hour and a half or something. It's not. Right. It's not super long. Right. And it's it would be a great evening if they would come and watch that movie. I promise everybody watching will learn something. That's what I can promise.
I've had so many people who did become clients after the movie. They watched it. It blew their mind. They're like, hey, I've seen Tom Hegna online. A lot of them knew you, maybe didn't know some of the other people, but then they start researching the people that were in the film and they're like, wow, I want to know more about this. And so if you're listening right now and you want to have access to the movie, just give us a call. I can give you free access to the movie, not only to the movie, but to 2 hours of interviews and additional information after Baby Boomer Dilemma is over with all of the leading PhD economists that are in the movie that will talk more about the crisis that we're facing in this country because of Social Security debt falls and all the other things that it involves. So you definitely want to watch Baby Boomer Dilemma. Just call us anytime, 866-780-SAFE, 866-780-7233. We'll be happy to let you watch that free. So, Tom, I know in the movie, you talk about this. I know Dr. David Babel, he talks about in the movie, he owned 14 annuities. I know you own 11 annuities. I own 6 annuities. Why in the world would you own something that so many people say is so terrible? How are you going to use it in your retirement to benefit you?
Because I know it's not terrible.
That's right.
If they were terrible, I wouldn't own any of them, okay? And I'm going to keep buying more because what I'm trying to do is have as much increasing income. So I buy income that starts at age 60, then I've got some that starts at 62, some that starts at 65, some that starts at 70, some that start whenever I want to. If I don't need them, they'll go on to my kids or whatever. But I'm trying to I'm not just talking the talk, I'm walking the walk. And everything that I talk about in Don't Worry, Retire Happy and Paychecks and Playchecks is what I've done to get me where I am today. And it's what I'm doing in the future. I have people, poo-poo cash value life insurance. Do you know what my annual premium for my life insurance is? $226,000. Now, if I wasn't serious about life insurance, I would not put $226,000 a year into it. But I've seen what that can do, and I've seen how much income that will give me tax-free for the rest of my life. Now, that's a limited pay. It's only a 12-pay deal, but you can see that once you get a lot of money in there, it's like a freight train, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get started slow, but once that thing's going, nothing stops that thing, and I'll be able to take tax-free income for the rest of my life. And here's what I'd say to people with money in a 401k. I would never put another penny in a 401k beyond the match. So if I was sitting down with somebody, say, does your company have a 401k? Yes. Does it have a match? Yes. Explain the match. Well, if I put in 4%, they give me 4%. Good, do that. That's 100% rate of return. But beyond that, I personally would not put another penny in that 401k. I'd put it in an IRA. I put it in a Roth IRA. I put it in a Roth 401k, or I put it in cash value life insurance. Those are the three places that I would put it, because people don't realize. I was talking to somebody once. They said, "Tom, I got $1 million in my 401k." I said, "Really?" I said, "How much of that is yours?" I said, "What do you mean? It's all mine." I said, "No, it's not. You're just a partner. And by the way, you're a limited partner. The government's the general partner. They get to take their cut first. And here's the deal. You have no idea how much they're going to take. Right now, they're only taking like 38 or 39%. What happens when that goes back to 60, 70, 80%? Because we have had marginal tax rates over 90% in this country, in the past century. So, I just think people don't understand that's the government sees that as their money. And they're going to take as much of their money as they want, and you'll get whatever's left over. And I'm trying to avoid having that situation for me and my family.